Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to Make It Monday. Today is week 14 in my series on dynamic duos, where I'm going to be teaching you two different projects using the same product. Today I'm featuring the stamp set called Rev Up the Fun. The first project is this masculine car. I want to show you how I created the car first, and then I'll show you a little bit about the border. So I've stamped the car image twice, once in real red and once in black StazOn. Now I'm going to be cutting this out by hand, but these wheels right here, these are what I want in black. So I'm using the 1/2" circle punch and I'm punching out the tires. Then I'm going to use my paper snips and I'm going to cut out the car. Now I'm going to give you a little tip about cutting. Make sure you leave a little bit of cardstock around the stamped image. Otherwise, you're going to lose some of the details. So don't be afraid to leave a little paper showing. On my piercing mat, I'm going to place the car and the 1/2" punched out tires, and I'm going to pierce through both pieces at the same time. This allows me to make sure that they're going to be lined up properly when I'm done. 2 mini silver brads, and I'm going to stick these through here, and they'll represent the hubcap. Sometimes when you open up these mini brads, they are a little bit longer than what you want them to be, and because they're so thin, you can just use your paper snips to make them a little smaller. Now when I put my dimensionals on to mount this, I like to make sure my dimensionals are over those brads so that they don't turn as I'm positioning it on my card. And that's how I created this image on here. I used the stamp off the grid for the background and some craft white ink. And let's talk about this border. Now I've showed this before in a video called aluminum embossing, and I'm going to put a link to that original video in the comments below so that you can go back and look at it. But let me tell you how this is done. This is a piece of aluminum duct tape. It's used by heating and air conditioning men to seal the ductwork on your AC unit. The great thing about this product is it is self-adhesive. So you see how there's 2 layers here, and this is sticky. What I did is I ran this through the Chevron embossing folder. Suck it in like this. And I always cut it a little bit longer than I need it so I can just trim it up, because of course I don't want the ends that are not finished. And I'm going to put this through the Big Shot. Isn't that neat? So then you can go ahead and trim it. And again, like I said before, the best part is that you don't need adhesive, because all you have to do is peel this off and stick it to your card. So that's how I created this silver foil background here on the bottom. And I cut away 3/4 of an inch off the front of the card. This is the white gel pen that I used to connect the card to the banner that I created, which I just free cut. Now let me show you the dynamic duo. And here it is. It's a double page scrapbook page. This is 12 by 12. And I'm going to hold it up a little bit more so you can kind of see the whole thing. I used that same stamp set off the grid down the left on a piece of white cardstock. Used some real red designer series paper from the Brights paper stack. And then I've added some other elements from that same stamp set to the pages. So I created a banner here, added one of the metal buttons. Here's that Chevron embossing folder that I used here. And on the second page, here's the card. The only difference this time is instead of piercing through both, I pierced just through the 1/2" circle and then mounted the tire up on dimensionals. Same type of banner concept, just in a different color. These great fun images are all in the stamp set. You're going to notice too that I have one 12 by 12 red, one 12 by 12 basic black. It works well. So that is today's dynamic duo, and I look forward to seeing you next week for Make It Monday.